So I'm Dr. Pamela Moss, the Soul Guide, and I want to give a testimonial of Leslie. Leslie is really, I got to meet him before I did a healing session with him, and the thing that really struck me is he gave me a hug, and I was like, oh, just kind of melted in this beautiful energy. I just didn't want to go anywhere. So that struck me. And just having some conversations with him, what a sweetheart, what a dear man. And then when I actually want to say it, I'd heard that he was trained in some very amazing skills, and I came in expecting amazing things because I've been told, like, wow, what a healer. So I came to the session, and I didn't even have anything I wanted to work on. I said, just do whatever you feel needs to happen. And several things happened which were quite remarkable. I just want to share them. And he's working in silence. It's just doing whatever he's doing his magic, and I'm feeling energy move through me. And I'm going to share something pretty personal. So he was working in the abdominal cavity a lot. So he's working in the ovary area, and I suddenly felt like a lot of sadness. He's encouraging. Well, I just started making sounds, knowing that I needed to let it out. And I realized, like, I'd had 2 abortions when I was a young woman, and I thought I'd done every possible healing. I was totally complete with that. It was good. But I realized there was a whole other level I hadn't attached to, I hadn't dealt with, really. And there was grief for me because I realized in past lives that I'd killed a lot of people, and I'd vowed I'll never kill again. Never, 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 never. And I realized I murdered these babies. And even though I believe women have a right to choose, that was the truth for me. And it was just a grief I had to process. And, last bit, I broke a vow. And I knew at the time, the word that kept coming to me, this is unforgivable, unforgivable. I didn't know why. Now, 40 years later, I know why it felt so unforgivable, and I can have peace with that and see if there's anything I need to do. It was a great gift to just really, truly complete that. And I think I'm not alone among women who totally believe in choice, and also it is a life, and we know it's a life. Yeah. Whew. And then the second thing that happened is Leslie was just doing some energy things, and I started to see in my a DNA helix moving like this. I went, and it was all sparkly and light. It's like, wow! It just came to me. He's healing me on a DNA level. Like he's doing something like at the deepest possible level for me. And I asked him afterwards, what was that? Are you doing DNA healing? He said, oh, no, I don't do that. I said, what were you doing? He said, I'm just drawing this. You're probably seeing this Celtic thing I do, which is a healing thing. I said, no, it was DNA. And he said, well, it was something very deep. Maybe it was. And my inner knowing tells me, yes, there was an alignment. And I came out of the healing session into the waiting room, and I happened to run into Sabine, and she said, oh my God. There's gold all around you. And I could feel it. I was like, oh, this is embodying soul purpose wealth. Thank you, Leslie.